Hi, I'm Antonio Centeno, the founder of Roman Real Style. Today I'm going to be talking about men's jacket vents. Now I'm going to be giving you an overview of the single, the double, and the no vent jacket. Okay, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. By doing that, these videos will come right to you and the button's right up there. If you like this, if you find it useful, I would appreciate it if you would like it down below. And last but not least, we've got our free 47-page ebook. If you haven't grabbed it, make sure to grab it. It's awesome. Okay. So we're going to be talking about, and if you've ever been shopping for a jacket, you've probably looked at the back of the jacket, not given it much thought, until you perhaps looked at a few jackets, and then you realized, wow, this jacket has no vents in the back, this jacket has a single vent, and this jacket has two. And what do I mean by vents? So in the back portion of the jacket, you've got openings, and these openings are there to give a man room, to give a man flexibility, to give him a little bit of extra mobility, the ability to move. And that's the actual origin of the vent. So the first vent, supposedly, that came around was whenever a man started wearing a jacket on a horse. And so it has an equestrian background, and they actually put the single vent it was a slit right down the back, and you see this on jackets still. So look at an overcoat, it should have actually a slant right there in the center. This was a really nice compromise because it gave a man versatility, but at the same time, it didn't allow a whole lot of, it kept warmth in, and so it was very functional. He could jump on a horse, and the jacket would slide on both sides of the horse, and so this worked very well. Now, most of us are not riding horses day to day, so we don't have that need. So the single vent jacket, I still see it out there, and I'm going to talk about it briefly, but overall, it's my least favorite type of vent. And the reason being is it's the cheapest to manufacture, and it complements, although most men can fit into it and it will work for most men, it doesn't really complement but a very small number of builds. So the only build I feel that it really complements is if you have a bit of a bubble butt, then you want to go for a single vent. Otherwise, if you're short, if you're tall, if you're a large man, if you're a small man, I think that either a double vent or a no vent are going to suit you better, and it's just a nicer looking jacket. Okay, so the single vent's also known as the American vent. It was made popular by Brooks Brothers in their sack suits. And whenever I see a single vent, again, it immediately signals to me that I think it's a little bit lower quality of a jacket, and that's all I'm going to hit on. So I understand, by the way, that most jackets out there are single vents. I'm just saying, if you have the option of going for a double or a no vent jacket, then always give those a second look and don't be scared away. So let's talk about the other one that a lot of men, I think, are not frightened by, but they just don't know a whole lot about, and that's the no vent jacket. Now this is more known as an Italian style, in the sense of there's no vents, and this usually comes from a jacket that's very well fitted, one that is made to fit a slimmer, more petite physique. I think the no vent looks great on smaller, petite men or on short men who are a bit stout. And the reason being is it can wrap tighter around the torso, and it can give you it can slim up the hips and give you a more slimmer, more monochromatic profile. Just it allows the eyes to go up and down, and it makes you look slimmer. And that's the whole part of why the Italians, I think, mostly go for it. It's just it complements a small petite body build or a man who's trying to look a little bit more trim. A lot of guys are scared off by this because they think it takes away from the mobility, and it does. If you put your hands in your pockets and you have no vents, you're going to find the whole jacket rumples up. So this isn't, if you're a man that likes to put your hand in your trouser pockets, stop. No, I know that's not going to stop you. But if you like to put your hands in your trouser pockets, this is not going to be probably the jacket style for you. The jacket style, which I think 80% of men should consider if you have the option. Again, I know not everyone can find a jacket that's got the double vents, but if you're at a custom clothier, or if you're going to have something made to measure, or if you're a higher end men's store, look for the double vent. I find that it transcends the best of all worlds. And the reason you don't see it out there much is it's the most expensive type of vent to manufacture, because they got to put two slits on the side. They've got to use a little bit of extra fabric, and these small things, the extra time, the extra fabric, make it more expensive. So of course, most manufacturers don't do it. Now, I think it looks great because, one, you put your hand in your pocket and you've got this slit. It just looks better, and you're not exposing basically your backside. Try that with the single vent. You put your hand in your pocket, and all of a sudden it slides open, and you're basically, especially if you're wearing a navy jacket with, let's say, a pair of light colored trousers, all of a sudden, what does everyone see when they're behind you? Basically your backside. So that's why I love the double vent. It does a better job of covering your backside and continuing and maintaining a long streamlined look. Some men also say that the line that's created over on the side can help make you look taller. I don't know about that. But also you'll find that jackets made of this style can be a little bit longer as well, and this is great for taller men. Not so much for short men, although they can have those jackets shortened. And I didn't mention this, but with the Italian cut, that's another thing with the no vent jackets, is they're usually just a little bit shorter, and so that's why, another hidden benefit for those men that are probably south of 5'7", 5'6". Okay, so the double vent, what else is there? Again, you're going to see this in probably more structured English style jackets. I think it also works great if you're going to be riding a horse because you can, it's got the flap at the back. Now, again, the body type that wants to stay away from this, if you've got a bit of the bubble butt, and the reason being it's going to almost flap out in the back like a tail, and that's not what you want. So in that case, you would go for the single vent in the back. All right, well, that's my overview of men's vents in suit, sport, and blazer jackets. I didn't get into each of the styles, but I write about this and talk about this a lot more, and I'll link you to a good article which will expand on the subject. All right, this has been Antonio Centeno with Real Men, Real Style. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.